Hi, this is KWrightraks of OEU Studios, producer engineer. IG handle KWrightraks, and this is my 242 behind the mic.
Get down on the dance. Yellow went up in a dance. Right side, left side, do a little laugh. Mr. P, right side, left side, exercise, waistline, outer line.
Yeah, baby. Hey. Let me go. Sometimes I'm shown that I tend to speak with a sarcastic tone. I'm monotone, rapping like the sound wave is all alone, but still giving attention like the smallest loan. Could be overblown, but there's overexcitement inside my undertones. Now you know how the sun bring your copper tone. Louder than my side when a couple coppers roam. Abstract thought I feel like Pollock and Picasso show. My mental's monumental when writing more than a monthly poem. Getting close to hype. Someone approached me saying, "You're on that poster, right?" Know that, babe? With a smile as bright as day. Say, okay, well you fine.
What's good, everyone? It's KWrightraks of OEU Studios. Welcome to 749 ENT, 242 behind the mic. My journey began like on the year 2010, I should say. I actually was working at a bank for a little while. Friend came home from school, went to another friend who went to the same school we went to. He had a studio set up, saw the programs he was using, like Pro Tools, FL Studio, you know, and that kind of like clicked into what I think I wanted to do. I'll be honest, the first moment I realized music was my calling, I think is when I made my first beat. And actually, it's not my first beat, but probably like, I want to say my first beat, but like a couple beats after, it wasn't like too many. But I also had like a gift for like singing to and finding melodies and stuff like that, so I always tried to envision myself as an artist, but mainly feeling like if I watched these videos back in the day, like how an artist should perform this way or that way, or if I watched like other shows and see how artists were making their music, you know, I always told myself like maybe I would have done it this way. Without no like musical background, I always could hear things like a little much better, or like what would make it like different. And like I had hum tunes in my head, like there'd be like a famous Michael Jackson song, and I hear like a bridge section, but I also hear like, what if they change it to something like that, you know? So like I think that was when the calling like really started, from way back before I got like Pro Tools, FL Studio, stuff like that. That Saturday morning cleaning the house, and then you got your parents playing like Earth, Wind and Fire, Isley Brothers, Michael Jackson, the OJs, you know. So it was just a house full of music. And I think also inspired from my own man too. He actually was in a band called the Dynamics back in the day. And yeah, so I used to hear him around the house singing. He could sing a mean falsetto, so I think just growing up around that, having that influence, you know, just fostered this career I'm in now. My life like before the music was just fun. That's it. There's like really like I guess when you say like you're young, you kind of figure out what you want to do. Honestly, I was always into the sciences. So I actually was supposed to be somewhere in the medical field, mainly a cardiologist. But things just change, you know. Things just change over time. Like you really can't stray away from the passion that you had in the back of your head. Subconscious tell you like, hey, I always feel myself doing this, but I don't think that's what people want me to do. But doing more research on your career or your field, you can make the most out of it. There's actually a video of old childhood memory of it's like an old VHS tape. I don't know if I can find that footage for you, but it was actually me singing. Like I was singing in my kitchen, like in the kitchen or something like that. I'd be singing somewhere, or I'll have like those like kids xylophones, like those play school like toys. Always like Fisher Price, yeah, like the keyboard xylophones, like playing on those and stuff like that. So childhood was more like still revolved around music. Even though I was playing like video games as a kid, I always was listening to like figuring out how they made the music for these famous iconic video games, or even like movies, you know, how they like score. And I didn't know what it was called at the time, but I always like the element of music being in like film or anything entertainment wise. I think around like what, maybe 18, 19, because that's when I started like messing around with a lot of the music programs and software, like learning it. Find like like there's different sounds that you could use to make a genre that you always wanted to make, whether it was dancehall, whether it was R&B, hip hop, trying to follow that 2000 sound. Like I still kind of love like 2000s and then like 2010s music. So I don't know, I think that was like the most influential decade for me. Definitely hip hop, because it's like from where it started, like there's so much change to growing up in the 90s, hearing that sound was, and then you have your 2000s up like 2006, and then things started to evolve more. But when it got to like the 2010s, it's like I feel like some things like got really crazy, and people started experimenting more with it. Yeah, my relationship with music as a kid, like I always had to be on. Even like I say, like even at the time when I could remember playing video games from like 6-7 years old, and I would actually turn on the TV and actually cut on my dad's stereo set and actually play like all his music. So whether it was like using his record player or he had a CD player, so I'll take one of my sister's CDs or my brother's CDs and I'll plug it in and just press play, and I'll actually have it on loop and repeat while like playing like some NBA Live 98 or 95 or something like that, My creative process, it has to definitely go on a vibe. I have to be on, it's not hard for me to find a vibe, but just honestly whatever mood I'm in that day. Sometimes I got into the habit of early on like doing voice notes. So I actually do like a voice record on my phone. If anything, like a melody part, and I'll think of what instrument that should go with that, and I'll actually make a note of that. So when I actually come and make a beat, I'll actually listen to the melody and find that sound, and then from there I'll sometimes change out the sounds and add different parts in there. But I usually like to sing along or rap along with beats that I'm making, just so I know like how to give like the artist space, like not to do too much, not to do too little. Yeah, so that's basically my creative process when it comes to like actually producing for people or making the beats. When I made my first beat, I think it was like a high. It was a high, like I think anyone who like after they made like their first beat, like they get a high, but not like you just made like your first beat, but almost like a beat that you say like, oh, this is something I can actually share, I think I can't say everyone feel like the first beat is trash, but those who know better, if you know something doesn't really sound good, like I won't want to share it. But honestly, when I actually did have something to share, it actually was a Kanye West type of beat. And then when I played it for my family, they didn't believe that it was me who actually made it. Like this is actually from scratch. Like how they have like so much loops today, I actually like built this thing from the bottom up. So it was pretty cool. When I found a sample, chopped it up, tried to get in the Kanye West mode, because he actually was one of my favorite producers at the time as well. I realized I could have like turned this to living. I had a music page on Reverb Nation. I don't know if many people remember that back in the day. But an actual A&R from Def Jam named Wayno Beats had actually messaged me, and he gave me a whole catalog of my beats. Like he actually like broke down every element that I made in certain beats, and so we built up like a rapport. And he was cool enough to actually like give me email addresses to actually send out beats from back then to artists. So I got emails from Walker Flocka to Roscoe Dash to all kind of stuff, and they actually responded. Like there were even a couple A&Rs that I sent beats to, and they actually would give me feedback to make me better, And these were my early stages. I wasn't even 2 years into it, So my stuff was good enough to get attention, but not really that amazing at the time. But it was good to actually have the experience to say, you know what? The fact that I got responses from these people and they gave me the feedback, positive and constructive criticism, I was like, yeah, I can move forward with this. One of my friends, Latico, but we call him Cindy, that's his artist name. If I go back as far as I think that's the first artist I made a beat for. Because we used to make beats together as well, but when I came back home, I actually had beats specifically for him. So yeah, I say like that's the first artist I actually had beats for. Yeah. When I went off, I felt like I think I know I was good, but not that good enough where I'm actually in a place where they actually have people who go up with this for a living. But a lot of my classmates, especially like in my graduating class, like when they heard like we worked on projects together and they hear the music I made or how I would interact with like getting a song done, even when we had like school projects, like I always was given like pats on the shoulders or like well, I should say like a lot of lotion, I should say, because it was like, okay, you know, I know I'm pretty decent, but I know I was that good, and even to the fact that we're like professors too. I had one professor, his last name is Childress, and he actually like he and I actually collabed on a few things as well back in school. So I think that's when I knew that a lot of people, a good majority of people actually gravitate towards my sound as a producer. Like I think I've cultivated a sound from back then to now. Yeah, I guess it was always something different. I was saying I usually do like voice notes, or if I'm like actually nearby my computer, like I'll load it up, I'll leave it open, and I'll continue to hum melodies in my head. And then after that, then I'll play around on the keyboard, find the key, and once I get that main melody, I'll say, okay, I can go from there and actually start with the drums. And then I go back to adding the bass line. But I like to start with like the instrumentation first. I think that's the most important. Like, people say it's the drums. Yeah, the drums help to carry the beat. But for me, it's like the sonics that actually put people in the mood. Making sure that it sounds different. Like, it doesn't sound like anything you heard before, even to yourself. Like, you're just trying to challenge yourself to get to a whole new different level, you know? And if it has some familiarity, then that's fine, because you're like producing within a season. But I always try to I was following Kanye West, like trying to make a beat ahead of his time. Like 2 years, 3 years ahead of his time. Easiest part is setting the mood, I'd say. That's the easiest part. Because once you get those sounds that you want to hear for whether it's R&B or hip hop or mesh of the two, I think after that it's just cakewalk. The biggest insecurity in the studio, just to be real, is sometimes coming in to start a song with a client and don't have any creative like melodies in your head. Favorite genre beat to make, to be honest, now is Afrobeats, to be honest. I like making Afrobeats now. I started off with R&B first, so once I got comfortable with that, I moved on to hip hop, and then I went back to R&B because I realized the two kind of like have the same similarities. So after that, I started with fusion, and then after that, I started to fuse hip hop with reggae. So there's a song by Judah the Lion called Tornado. That was something I made back in 2014, and that goes as far back to me experimenting, trying to fuse sounds together. But Afrobeat for sure right now is the favorite. Locally is a variety. I have people come in the studio every day that give me inspiration, to be honest. Just to name a few, I can name my boy Saint Dior, I can name Dazzling Diamond, I can name Bahamian Trey, Shot Fur, Judah Lion, this dude called Wavy Brazy. There is a whole lot of list of people that come through consistently, like who really get influence me. That I feel the Bahamian music scene today, recent events, it's like a lot of comedy in it. Not knocking anybody for like giving entertainment, but I feel like there are a lot more artists out there who really need to have that shine and that highlight for the efforts that they put into actually making a song that you actually could sit through and listen to, or actually add to your playlist. You know what I'm saying? It still has a long way to go, and I think it still needs more support internally. I think a lot of people need to find who they like, and actually, and if someone's like really good, support them. Like, if you know they're really good, it's no problem. They might not be your boy, might be your friend, your cousin, but if they're good, I'd say honestly support them. I think there's so many blueprints out there, but the main blueprint that never fails is just being different. I don't think anyone should do something that they heard before or feel like, oh, I always wanted to try this when I was a kid. Let me try it now. Nah. Do it for fun, but if you do want to take this career seriously, because it is a career and you can't make money from this, be different. You're competing with almost like 8 billion people out there. that are like way better than me, way better than anybody. But the one thing that sets people apart is just if you do something like different. If you try to push beyond the norm, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Like when we have, even like when it came to hip hop at the time in the 90s, you had the Timbaland and Missy Elliott. If you listen to the beats till this day, it's like nobody's making beats or music like that. So that's why they could like cultivate all that success and Grammy Awards and stuff like that, hip hop awards off of their work. You know, they were different. Yeah.
Welcome the king of the dance. Who said the chopper then chop them action? Ready for the joke and ready for the task. More like a fast, hop on the show like a meal. Half you broke it down on the glass. Yellow one up in a dance. Right side, left side, do a little laugh. Mr. P, right side, left side, exercise waistline, outer line. At that Jordan and more transition kick off. Yeah, Browning do a little sauce. Ready for the hook, eye contact grab. Camera fi capture the boss. Who said the chopper them action ready for the contact pass. Camera fi capture the banks and I capture the sauce. Exercise, instructor, optimizer, approval to move.